I think the word transformative is bounded around a lot in terms of personal growth. I would say that working with Alistair really has been transformative to me, my life and my relationships. And those relationships are really the key to happiness, I think. And truly transformative, and not in a kind of glib way. It's been an absolute pleasure working with Alistair, and what's kind of amazing is now talking to you again, I hadn't realized how long it is since we've spoken, and that kind of a realization of that the need, and realizing that I haven't had the need to get back in touch with you is kind of awesome as well. Although it's great to speak to you again, it's great to have got to a place where I don't feel like I need you all the time. Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we were able to do was really to tap into some real deep stuff, wasn't it? And to have some really profound insights that really changed things. You know, it was really like listening to like internal voices and hearing how I had been speaking to myself, and then developing a new internal dialogue was really key. One of the really key things about working with you that was different to working with other people is the way that you approach our sessions and dialogues and stuff. I felt like I really got to know a lot more about you, and therefore felt much safer in terms of sharing more of myself. But not in a way that ever felt like, you know, oh yeah, I've got the same problem, or you know, I've had the same thing, but just in a very, you know, because sometimes when people do that, it can feel like the session then becomes about someone else. You know, like when you talk to a friend, it's often about talking, you know, you both share common experiences. And although you were able to ride that very fine line between letting me know a bit about your experiences and the commonality, and that opened the door for me to explore more, rather than what happens a lot when somebody shares a bit about themselves, is it all becomes about, you know, the focus comes off me and then onto the other person. And that never ever happened in our sessions. You know, it was always very much about me, but what was different with working with you was the sharing a bit of your own journey that made opening up much easier.
Cool. Oh, that's good to hear. And thanks for that feedback. That's useful for me to hear, because like I do a lot of self-disclosure, and it's true, I do. But yeah, like my intention is for it to facilitate some connection in you or whoever I'm talking to, that it might just help make sense out of something for somebody, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want it to become about me, but also like I feel sometimes it's useful to share, because there's two of us here together and we've both been through things, and you know.
Absolutely. And you always walk that line perfectly. You know, like your sharing was always to facilitate me accessing more in me, or you know, or building that connection between us that encourages more safety and therefore more self-exploration.
Cool. Oh, thanks for the feedback too. Like it's useful for me to hear, because you know, it's quite intuitive, the role of you know, that I'm in, and so you know, it's like it's interesting to hear your perspective on it. So thank you.